Are we? Yes! Okay. Oh, I just startled the cat. I'm sorry, come back. Startled him right out of his live spot because I was like, is it going to go live? And then it went live, and here we are. All right. It is December 19th. Our title is Almighty God is With Me, and our author is Elizabeth Nordman, and this was published in the Divine Science Monthly in August of 1932. Thou knowest, my God, the test before me requires indomitable courage, bravery, faith. I look to thee for all I need. Thou givest me thy spirit. I use what thou hast given me. I am brave. I am strong. I am fearless, for the Almighty One is with me, and in God I trust. Fearless, free, rejoicing, I go forth, knowing that victory and triumph shall reward my faith. My faith is in thee, my God, in thy power, in thy intelligence. My faith must not falter nor waver. It must be steadfast, firm. In this crisis, I have an opportunity to prove to myself that what my God means to me, how much of the truth I comprehend, what degree of faith I possess. This is a test, an examination. They who have courage go forth with a song in their heart, with head erect, confident, serene, assured of success. And God rejoices to see its spirit manifested through one of the children. Spirit's gift of faith brought into visibility, and Spirit's presence recognized as the living presence, immanent and almighty, of strength and wisdom sufficient to meet my need. And God rejoices to hear the children declare, my God is with me. Therefore, all is well. Well, there's a lot to unpack in that. All right. So let's start with, let's start with the idea when we make statements like that, and you're like, but I can't do that all the time. Here's the good news. You don't have to. You don't have to. When we make statements like that, pretty much all of those statements, we do that in a very specific time. Okay? We declare statements like that in the body of a treatment, or as an affirmation, or as during a meditation. We do that when we are talking to God or source or the universe or the divine nature, whatever it is you want to call it. So we make absolute statements then, okay? Because you are right. To do that the rest of the time is exhausting. So we do it in specific times. It is in those moments when we do treatment that we want to be absolutely, this is the way it is. The rest of the time, we can go ahead and have our humanity, okay? Now, it would be a good idea to make regular trips to the source of our own being, to make regular trips into our subconscious, and to root out any unbelief or faltering belief. To go into our subconscious and say, okay, how do I really feel about this? What is my unconscious thought about this situation? Because every time I face a problem, if I state to the problem that God is with me, and I absolutely believe that, then no matter what happens, it's going to be okay in the end. Okay? But if I state to the problem that God is with me, and I don't actually believe that, while it will probably be okay in the end, it can be a lot messier than it needs to be, because my faith wavers. So that's one of the reasons why we talk about daily spiritual practice. We talk about, creating a well-worn source, a well-worn path to the source of your own being, to get to know God, so that you are not, it's like, okay, on one side of you, you have a neighbor that you know really well. And the other side of you, you have a neighbor that you don't know very well. And you are doing something and suddenly you need a cup of sugar. Which neighbor are you going to go to? You're going to go to the neighbor that you know really well, not the neighbor that you don't know. Okay? Because you're going to be more comfortable borrowing a cup of sugar from somebody that you know well. I can't make that any more explicit. Okay? Make time for regular spiritual practice. Make time to get to know the source of your own being. So that in those moments when you need to borrow that cup of sugar, you've got a well-worn path to that door. Okay? And that's just the way it is. So she makes a lot of those kind of statements. And so I just wanted to touch that. It's like when Jesse says, go to the place that has never been, where nothing has ever been wrong. You're right. We don't live there, but that's where we go when we need a tune-up. We go to the place that has never been wrong. We take a look around and we go, okay, this is how it can be. And then we bring that back to the material world. And then we set about doing to the material world what we need to do to get it closer to the place where nothing has ever been wrong. All right. So I just wanted, because we make these statements and then people kind of go, wait, what? All right. And I cannot think of anything better when something has cropped up that we need to deal with, to look in the mirror and say, I am brave, I am strong, I am fearless, for the Almighty One is with me. To believe that God is closer to us than our jugular vein, as Rumi says, or maybe it's Hafiz. It's like, yeah, it's like, I'm made of God's stuff. If I'm made of God's stuff and you're made of God's stuff, then whatever is happening, we can handle. And the other thing is because everybody else around us is made of God's stuff, we don't necessarily have to handle it by ourselves. And that's one of those things. I go forth knowing that victory and triumph shall reward my faith. Now here's the thing. Yes, victory and triumph will reward your faith, but it may not end up looking like you expect it to. And that's one of those things. That's one of those things about living the material life is we come in with expectations and here's what I'm going to remind you. Expectations are what cause suffering according to the Buddhists. Okay. It is the expectations that cause us suffering. So if we go in expecting triumph and victory, and as our reward, then that's great. But if there's something specific that we're expecting, we don't get that. Well, we may have still won, but we don't feel like it because we didn't get what we were expecting. See where that can be a challenge? All right. I also want to touch on, in this crisis, I have an opportunity to prove to myself. I do not have to prove to God. I prove to myself what my God means to me. Okay? I don't have to prove anything to God. I do not have to prove anything to God. I'm proving it to myself. How much of the truth I comprehend, to what degree of faith I possess, which is why we suggest to work on your faith a lot. She says this is a test, an examination. Okay. It may be a test, it may be an examination, but it is not administered by God. God is not the one testing you. Okay. So, I want to make that clear. God is never the one testing you. Yeah, I've read Job. God is not the one testing you. So, all right. I love this line. They who have courage goes forth with a song in their heart. With head erect, confident, serene, assured of success. And God rejoices to see God's Spirit manifested through one of the children. The gift of faith brought into visibility, and the presence recognizes a living presence, eminent and almighty. Eminent and almighty. Sufficient to meet my need. And God rejoices to hear the children declare, my God is with me, therefore all is well. All right, so, What is the mission today? There's a lot in here. Maybe let's go with that line. Let us have courage and go forth with the song in our heart. Okay? You were born with a song in your heart. It's your song. The people that know you and love you know that song. And when you forget your song, they sing that song back to you. But there's another place that you can go to hear that song. Go back to the source of your being, and God will sing that song to you. So go forth with courage and the song in your heart. Listen to the song in your heart. All right, that's the mission today. Should we choose to accept it? The other mission should we choose to accept it? My gosh, I hope you do. I hope you do. To do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself, whatever that looks like. Be it one thing, be it three things, be it all the things. Ultimately, that's my goal, to have everything you do for yourself be loving, kind, and compassionate. It doesn't mean we don't do the hard stuff, okay? It doesn't. It just means when we do the hard stuff, we do it lovingly, kindly, and compassionately. Because it's possible. It is possible. And, I mean, I want you to practice on yourself. You are your own best test subject. You get immediate feedback. And like I said, I want you to create that habit where everything is. But the main reason that I say it every day, I want you to do it, is because you deserve your own love, you deserve your own kindness, you deserve your own compassion. It's easy to practice on people that we love. It's especially easy to do it for people we don't know. Now, people that we're not so crazy about and ourselves, that's where the challenge is. So, which is why I suggest it every day. And it can be as simple as taking a deep breath before you speak. All right. That's a big one for me, to make sure that what comes flying out of my mouth is loving, kind, and compassionate. I also am an advocate of the take a walk, take a nap, take a break. The human equivalent of turning yourself off and turning yourself back on. Especially if you've been working on something and you just hit the wall, because I know what that's like, then you walk away from it, go take a walk, you take a nap, you give your subconscious time to process when you take a nap, take a break, go do something else for a little while, and it's super important, and I highly encourage you to practice all the love, kindness, and compassion, especially during the holiday season. The closer we get into it, so I'm in the process of, I've been in the process for years of changing my relationship with Christmas, because I've had a whole lot, against Christmas for a long time. I've been working on that. And practicing love, kindness, and compassion on myself during the holiday season is super important. All right, beloveds. The other things that are loving, kind, and compassionate that you can practice on yourself: eat dessert first. Which, if you've been watching these for a while, what I mean by that is don't save the good stuff. Your life is a special occasion, so don't save the good stuff. Don't wait for a special occasion to do the things. Make the occasion special. Take an ordinary day and make it extraordinary a little more often. Okay? Don't save the good stuff. None of us know how long we've got, and we might as well make the most of it while we're here. And I also want to remind you about joy. Reverend Shannon O'Hurley just posted a poem about joy and how it doesn't announce itself. It doesn't knock on your door and come on red carpet, which it steals in. It steals in those moments when you're not ready for it. And then we usher it away because we're not ready for it. It's like, no, take the joy where you find it. Create the joy. Joy is a quality of God. Therefore, joy is a quality of you. Make room for joy. Joy doesn't care what your house looks like. Joy doesn't care what kind of clothes you wear. Joy cares about you. So make room for joy. All right? Whatever that looks like. I have a cat on a heating pad. That's joy for me. It makes me very happy. And that's all it takes. It doesn't have to be, great big joy. Sometimes it's the little ones that add up to the big ones for me. Super important. All right. The rest of the suggestions are basic and easy. And just basic self-care. Do something to engage your mind and your body, whatever that looks like for you. Hydrate. Drink plenty of water. I brought mine with me today. Your brain works better, your body works better, your skin looks better when you are well hydrated. Drink plenty of water. Get that early in your day bright light. That 5 to 10 minutes of sunlight on your face and your forearms between 7 and 9 in the morning will do wonders for your health. Okay? It helps to reset. It's called a circadian rhythm. It's a natural hormone cycle. And 5 to 10 minutes is all you need. Now, if you can't get the sun because you get up too early or too late, I understand. Artificial light will help too. If you need more than the light in your house, then you can Google seasonal effect disorder or sun lamps. So that's all it takes, 5 to 10 minutes early in your day. You'll have more energy during the day and you'll sleep better at night. It's science. You can look it up. Okay. And then I'm going to hit you with my Ernest Holmes quote. Open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you that you do live in heaven right here, right now. It's all around us all the time because it's all God. It's all God. Everything that you see, every being that you see, every living thing is infused with God, the spark of life, which is God. But everything is made out of because there's nothing but God, right? That's why we veer away from the personality. Personalities are, personalities. We don't believe in that kind of God. We believe that God is everything. So that means that heaven is a state of mind. It's a state of consciousness. It is not a place we have to get to, but a mindset that we can create. We come pre-installed with the Christ consciousness. To access the Christ consciousness, the password is love. Yes, I'm talking about it like software. My mother is an electrical engineer. Hence, makes the most sense to me. Every one of us come with that Christ consciousness. Jesus was the best example of it. That is why he is the master teacher. He came to teach us how to access that Christ consciousness, how to live in the kingdom of heaven now. If you have to be as a little child to enter the kingdom of heaven, that means that you have to let go of a whole lot of nonsense that we've been taught as adults and learn to live in wonder and awe. To look around the world and go, you know what? Yeah, it's a state of mind. It's a state of consciousness. You cannot tell me that children, especially at play, are not in heaven. Especially at play. Because they haven't had the burdens of adulthood put on them. And adulthood doesn't have to be a burden. It's why we work for a world that works for everybody. We don't want life to be a burden. We want life to be joy and love and creativity and harmony and peace. And it starts by learning that heaven is a state of mind. All right, beloveds. And you can always take Emma Curtis Hopkins' advice. Look for the good and praise it. You want to get to heaven? That is the fastest way to get there. To look around at the world and go, and see all of the good. And see all of the little goods that add up to the big goods. All right. Whew, get off my high horse. Nope. That's my soapbox and I'm going to stay on it. But I'm going to move on. But I think I'm at the social media part where I remind you we are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I'm the running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. I encourage you to take advantage of that. We try and post light, bright, enlightening, funny stuff that will be helpful in helping you live your best life, because that's what we hope to do. So I encourage you to, look into that. There are hours of content. And if you want to know what's going on in the center, please email info@creativelife.org. That'll get you on the constant contact. And that will get you, it's one email a week and the hot links are hot. It's a real person doing the emails, so it's one email a week. The hot links are hot. If it says click here now, it'll take you right to either to the person that can help you get the information or the place. Like the Soul Session playlist, if you click that, it'll take you right to our YouTube channel, to that playlist. And then you can subscribe to the channel and then be notified when we upload new videos. All right. Yes. I'm at the part where I get to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonder-filled day, an awesome day, an amazing day. a standing strong day, a knowing who you are day, a recognizing the Almighty God day, a seeing that you are living the presence day, a knowing who you are day, exploring the truth of your being day, a good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough, just as you are. You're a beloved child of God. You are a brilliant light. You are a divine spark. You are spirit in motion. You are God in action. You are a godling in whom God is well pleased and well represented. Always. All right? That's the truth of your being. So peel back the layers of everything that you have been told. Peel back the boxes you've been stuffed into, the labels that have been put on you by religion, by society, by gender, by culture, by people that know you, by people that don't. Peel it all away and get to know who God knows you to be. That is part of what today's reading was about. Getting to know who God knows you to be. And making a well-worn path to the source of your own being. Remember the two neighbors who you're going to buy the sugar from. Get to know God. There's no way around it. If you want your life to work the best possible, that's an excellent way to do it. Okay, Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. I'll be back with you around 9 a.m. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved. I will see you next time.